Good morning, Zimbabwe, Africa, and the entire global village tuning in from the high-value CPM regions where the truth is worth more than gold. Today's story begins with a man who was technically freed, but somehow remained exactly where he was, behind the cold bars of Harare remand prison. Yes, Walter Magaya, the scandal-chased prophet whose legal battles now reads like a 900-page Netflix script, refuses to leave jail even after securing a $3,000 bail at the High Court. And no, this isn't one of those spiritual parables where the lesson is hidden in the symbolism. This is Zimbabwe, where the plot twists walk on two legs and greet you with a straight face. Magaya reportedly looked at the $3,000 bail receipt, a small fortune in this economy, and said, "Keep it. I know I am walking out of the door into the arms of 12 CID officers ready to recycle me like yesterday's plastic bottle." Because, according to insiders, the police were already camped at the gates of the Harare remand, not for prayer, not for fellowship, but for an immediate rearrest the moment he stepped outside. So, instead of paying bail only to be frog-marched back into a cell, he simply stayed put. Imagine being given a key to your room and choosing to remain because your landlord is standing outside with an eviction notice and a baseball bat. And here's the hidden twist that completes the picture. This bail he refused wasn't just any bail. It was the result of a partial High Court victory after he challenged his initial remand on the grounds of illegal over-detention. Magaya argued that he had been held beyond the 48-hour constitutional limit before being brought to court, giving him a strong legal foothold to overturn the first remand altogether. And that is precisely why he suspects the police wants to do it properly this time. Rearrest him cleanly within 48 hours so he doesn't win again using the same constitutional argument. In simple terms, the bail he won yesterday could be the exact reason he fears walking out of the gate today. But this is Zimbabwe, where law, politics, theater, fear, and religion mix like ingredients thrown into a blender with the lid missing. Magaya's charges are not child's play. An avalanche of sexual assault and fraud allegations, each with the potential to bury the flamboyant preacher for a very, very long time if convicted. And just as the public debates whether he is cunning, cornered, or simply calculating, enter advocate Mahere with the legal explanation the nation desperately needed. Because in Zimbabwe, misinformation travels faster than Econet airtime. Mahere clarified that the situation is not as simple as pay bail and get rearrested again. Legally, if police rearrest Magaya after bail, they cannot just toss him into remand like leftovers into the fridge. They must take him to a police station, process the case, and bring him before a magistrate within 48 hours to justify whether he should be placed on remand again and whether that remand should be inside or outside prison. In other words, his rearrest would trigger a whole new process, not an instant teleportation back into the same cell he left. But in true Zimbabwean style, there is always a twist. Mahere also explained that Magaya's refusal to pay the bail does not protect him from additional charges. Police can still add more allegations from the comfort of remand prison. They can ferry him to a station to sign a warned and cautioned statement. They can bring him to court again. The legal merry-go-round can continue with the same level of enthusiasm and choreography as a ZANU-PF campaign rally. The only difference is that this one does not involve free t-shirts or rice. What this means is simple. Magaya didn't avoid the process, he just avoided funding it. He didn't dodge the storm, he just refused to open the door when the lightning knocked. And while Zimbabweans debate whether this is strategy, stubbornness, or surrender, the country watches as the justice system prepares for yet another marathon of charges, counter-charges, applications, objections, and legal English so complicated that even ChatGPT needs a prayer and a dictionary. Meanwhile, the political winds continue blowing across Harare. Some see the case as a normal criminal matter. Some whisper that it is a factional earthquake disguised as a legal process. Others believe it is the state reasserting power over the religious giants who once shook stadiums more loudly than cabinet meetings. Zimbabwe is a place where every headline is a conspiracy theory until proven otherwise, and even then, the conspiracy theory still wins. But behind the drama lies a deeper national question. How does a high-profile case involving sexual assault allegations, fraud accusations, and heavy-handed police maneuvers play out in a country where public trust in institutions is already hanging by a thread like laundry on a windy day? The answer is unfolding in real time, one court appearance at a time, one whispered allegation at a time, and one new charge at a time. Magaya remains in jail. Police remain ready. Lawyers remain busy. Social media remains loud. And Zimbabwe remains exactly what it has always been. A movie so dramatic that Hollywood would reject the script for being too unrealistic. As the story unfolds, one thing is certain. The truth, whatever shape it eventually takes, will walk a long road before reaching the surface. And when it does, Zimwaves TV will be waiting with the cameras rolling already. And before you go, don't forget to hit subscribe, because in this country, where the news is more dramatic than the movies, you need a platform that tells it with honesty, humor, and the kind of sarcasm that keeps you sane. Zimwaves TV, where the truth comes with seasoning. Subscribe now.